Leftism is not about poverty. Leftism isn't about gray, brutalist, one-bedroom apartments. Leftism isn't about you get the exact Wonder Bread government cheese and a can of tuna, okay? Leftism is about luxury for all. Leftism is about every person pursuing their full potentialities. Every person having the time and resources to pursue the things that make them happy. That's actual leftism. All right, Chad, it's time. It's time to discuss socialism and what is when have no house. Socialism is when don't have house. Are we ready? Let's start it off with the big post. The big post, which I got close to ratioing before she hid replies. Alexis Isabel says, I don't know, man. It's just flat out unethical to be profiting off of socialism and buying yourself a $3 million home in a state that has one of the highest homelessness rates in the country. If you're mad that I find this to be gross and unprincipled behavior, I don't really care. LOL. Okay. I want to correct Isabel every single one of these points. Hasan is not profiting off of socialism. He's profiting off of streaming. Profiting off of socialism would be, say, for example, starting a socialist organization, collecting dues in that organization, saying that those dues are going for socialist projects, and then paying yourself millions of dollars. That would be profiting off of socialism, right? That would be a problem, right? Misappropriation of resources of a committee or an organization that was a socialist organization. That would be profiting off of socialism. What he does is he streams. One of the things he talks about is politics, and he has a socialist point of view, and he supports socialist thought. He brings on socialists. He supports socialist politicians and leftist politicians, and he tries to educate people about socialism and leftism. But he profits off of streaming. That's not profiting off of socialism. Now, this may seem like a minor distinction, but it's a very important distinction because there's no misappropriation of resources here. People are paying him because he's a streamer. I'm glad people are showing their true colors with this. Gives me the excuse to unfollow a lot of dumbasses who call themselves on the left. Such a dumbass take. It's a very dumbass take. People cannot tell the difference between entertainment and reality. Yes. The most hilarious thing to me is he'll make the same amount of money if he lived in a socialist society. None of the money he makes is from labor exploitation. Okay. Not quite right. But the point is, Hasan is making his money from his... Now we're going to get into the other part. So first of all, he's not even profiting off of socialism. He's spreading socialist ideas, and he's popular. But he makes his money off of streaming. And this is the argument this is the first point that I really have to push back on. When socialists do well and get literally hundreds of thousands of people, if not millions, have been exposed to leftist thought because of Hasan, and he's done it himself. He has made socialism a palatable idea for literally millions of young people. Millions. He literally just 2 days ago had a member of PSL on to talk about the war in Afghanistan and push for... I mean, what? And the problem here is he's successful at it. That's it. That's the problem people have with him. He's successful. There is no principled socialist critique of him. He's literally shaping the culture, which is important. Read your Gramsci, you fucking idiot. He's pushing everyone to realign their values towards socialist values. Imagine being mad on the interwebs about a person who made their own money from folks voluntarily giving them money for entertainment like they do for every other form of content. That's exactly right. That's an important point. We're going to get to that. But first, I want to show you, what is Hasan actually doing? Hasan is doing political education, and he also works as a regular entertainer. He does shit that isn't just talking about socialism, chat. He also is a regular entertainer and does entertainer shit. He's no different than Danny DeVito. He's no different than Donald Glover. He's no different than Susan Sarandon or whoever else who's a famous Hollywood actor who then goes out and talks about socialism and tries to make it more palatable. You are fucking stabbing yourself in the back if you actually care about socialism to attack him for this. A lot of the people complaining are small-time streamers. I smell a little bit of jelly from them. They're losers. They're fucking losers. She has a Patreon link in her bio as well. Wait. Well, she would see if I had millions of dollars. She says I would spread it around. Fucking scumbag. It's the same energy as Bernie has a nice coat and a cabin, but the socialists, the hogs, use it as an argument. These are leftist reactionary hogs revealing themselves. Same people saying AOC sucks because no Medicare for all. If Bernie Sanders has 2 houses, Hasan Piker has 1, does that mean Bernie Sanders is half as socialist as Hank Pecker and that Don Pecorino is twice as socialist as Bernard Sanders? Please check my math. Yeah. I was a Republican until I met Hasan. Now I hate centrist Democrats as well. LOL. I don't expect my life to change this way from person to person. Hasan, the man, has changed my worldview of my fellow human for the good. I'm forever grateful for how he shaped my life. Of course. And where's the critique of Chomsky in that case? He's a target because he's good and successful with younger people. That's the problem. That's the problem. Hasan is doing... Socialism is when donate to charity. Now, Chad, do you remember a couple months ago when I said charity is liberal and a bunch of people came after me? I said mutual aid is good. Helping people is good. Charity, in many cases, for many individuals, can be good. But charity itself is a liberal institution and doesn't change the fundamental exploitive structures. Leftists focus on the exploitive structures. Now, Hasan is literally saying the same argument I have. We'll see if all the people who went after me go after Hasan. We'll see. We'll go see if they go after Hasan on his charity take. I wonder if the Hasan charity take, which is identical to mine, I wonder if they're going to go after him on that. I got into a Twitter argument with folks who were saying he should have donated the money to leftist orgs working to overthrow governments instead of selfishly buying a mansion in a city with homeless people. It's not a mansion. It's not a mansion. That's a point that we're going to get to in a second. It's not a mansion. It's a nice house, but it is not a mansion. It's a 5-bedroom house. 1 bedroom for him, 1 bedroom for his brother, 1 bedroom for his mom, his studio, and like maybe 1 guest room. Wow, what a fucking greedy Gus. What a greedy Gus. It's all land value, folks. It's land value. This is his house. This is his new house. The reason why it costs that much is because it's in LA, okay? This is his new house. All right? That's it. All right. So I replied to this as soon as I saw it. Is it the owning of the house itself, the price tag, or the fact that he's successful as a socialist commentator? I fail to see the contradictions of socialists buying their own home with money they made with their own labor and artistic output. It's not unprincipled behavior, chat. It's not unprincipled behavior to buy something with your own money that you made through your own labor. By the way, Hasan is heavily exploited by Amazon. Hasan is heavily exploited. They take massive fees out of his subs. They charge him massive amounts of money from Twitch. He's heavily exploited. So the choice would have been, they would have liked it more if Bezos got more money for his money hoard as opposed to the single person creating all the content. Absurd. I used to work on mortgages in that area. 2-bed, 1-bath, 1,200 square foot home in Los Angeles County is $1 million home. And that's the problem. It's land value. It's land value. If he bought a 5-bedroom, $3 million house for himself, I would say that's fucked up. But moving his family in with him, knowing he has a bedroom and a stream room, I see it as very reasonable. Guys, a 5-bedroom house is a large house, but for someone with a family that they take care of, it's not a big house. I'm sorry, it's not that big. It's also 3,800 square feet on a 6K square lot. That's small in California. You should all be laughing and giving him more money, if anything. Okay, dude, calm down. Check out this $1 million home out. It literally burned down. What does $1 million get you in the Bay Area? It's official. A burned down home. Socialist buys $1 million home. It doesn't have walls, but it was $1 million. If anything, this is an indictment of the housing market that's going on. 3,800 square feet is small? No, it's not. That's a decent sized home. It's a decent sized home for sure. Tiny house in Toronto listed for $1 million, sells for wait. What? This sold for $1.8 million in Toronto. Is this real? Is this actually real? You're paying for the land in a 2-car garage, which is unheard of for a price like that. It's going to sell for over $1 million. And the sale of the house itself is actually a draw, as it would be far easier and cheaper to acquire permits, demolish, and rebuild. In other words, it's a typical Toronto teardown. Based on other recent sales in the area, a comparable property with a beautiful home on it would potentially cost more than 2 to 3 times as much, whereas a new build would realistically run someone as low as $600,000 to $700,000, which, in addition to the price of the lot, makes it a great deal. When people are searching for homes that they can flip or build their dream home on, the nicer the home, the more you're going to pay for the lot, obviously. So sometimes you want a home that looks like it's about to fall over so you can build what you're looking for. So a socialist would not say, hey, you bought that house for 1.8 million, you scum, you piece of shit. They would be saying, why is this 1.8 million? And how can we lower that price? People are shitting on him because it has a pool. Okay, we're going to get into what exactly it is. So the first question is, for socialists and for leftists, the first question you should be asking yourself is, how did Hasan get his money? The answer is, Hasan got his money from his own performances. He was the laborer. That's point one. Okay, hold on. Let me see this. Let me see if I've been tweeting a lot about this because it pissed me off. Muhammad says, don't really see an issue with Hasan buying a house, becoming rich off streaming. Becoming rich off streaming probably ranks low on the scale of exploitation. And I said, it's the same as getting rich off being a professional athlete or musician. If millions of people want to pay you to watch you perform, then you are going to accumulate wealth quickly. But it isn't the same as being a capitalist exploiting control of the means of production. And this is exactly the point. Did Hasan make his money in a way that was in line with his values? And the answer is 100%. He was the actual exploited one. He had his labor values taken. Now, because he's so popular, he had bargaining power. And because he's so popular, he had so many people who wanted to pay for his show. So he made a lot of money from it. Weirdest thing is, to me, is hardcore capitalists are trying to bash him for buying a house. Because they're trying to attack socialism. That's the other point that you should be aware of. Everybody attacking Hasan is either dumb or they're trying to do an op against socialism and going, oh, you think socialism is popular and cool? Well, Hasan, one of the most popular socialists, he's actually a hypocrite. He's actually bad. He's actually wrong. Socialism is a fraud. They're not saying just that Hasan is a fraud. They're saying that leftism is a fraud. That's why they're going after him. Be smarter than that. There's no problem with him getting rich, but the 100% didn't do himself. Without Amazon's infrastructure, he wouldn't have had the audience potential. I think he should have made that Amazon is stealing its tech workers' labor just as much as the streamers. He is not in any Legion. He has absolutely no control over that. He has absolutely no control over what the people at Twitch are paid or the internet infrastructure people are. He doesn't gain a profit from them either. Your problem is with Twitch and Amazon, not with Hasan. Hasan is not the person. Hasan is not the capitalist. Hasan is the user. Hasan is the guy being exploited. That's like saying, you know, the guy at UAW with the union contract, he's actually exploiting. No. He is being paid less than the value of what his labor creates. Similar to Hasan. Just because you participate in society doesn't mean that you are exploiting others. It's your position and your relation to the means of production. And Hasan's relation to the means of production are, he is a worker, he is a laborer. I love that capitalists can throw their take about the news and half of the online left starts repeating it mindlessly without thinking. I feel like people think he dropped the whole 2.8 million at once and doesn't have a mortgage. Of course he has a mortgage. Uncle Jenk Solidarity, I didn't see this one. I'm super proud of Hasan the Hun for becoming incredibly popular without selling out or shilling for right-wingers. He stuck to his principles and never chased right-wing or mainstream media approval or cash like a sad little puppy dog. He won people over by being his own man. #respect. Pog. People just saw streamers as the equivalent of a radio host with a multi-billion-dollar media corporation. There would be zero ambiguity as to the nature of his wealth. Everyone who has an issue with his new house should watch ContraPoint's video on envy. I mean, whether Hasan has a house or not is meaningless. ML's not realizing who Engels was. Oh, don't worry. I have a tweet that I have scheduled, chat. What about Hasan's mods? Are they not being exploited? You gotta be fucking kidding me, man. Assholes critiquing it probably still believe in the American dream, but when a Turk achieves it, all hell breaks loose. What is up with the DSA Maoist caucus? That seems like it's not actually DSA. That seems like it's just a fucking fan account. That's just like a funny account. Who gives a shit? It's an anonymous idiot. The entire play is trying to stoke envy to erode solidarity. Magicker has got it. That's the play. Hasan has a nicer house than you. He's not a real socialist. Does that sound to you like a critique? Does that sound to you like a materialist critique rooted in social relations? So dissent and friction among the left. Same tactic they always use. What is he doing with his wealth, though? Is he organizing? Has he ever organized? I understand the importance he has, but for him to acquire his wealth being a self-proclaimed socialist and then buy a $3 million home in West Hollywood is something that deserves to be critiqued. Absolutely not. You are fucking brain dead. He made his money as a streamer. I don't know how many times I have to explain this to you. Streaming is not the same thing as having a socialist organization and then paying yourself off dues. He made his show as an entertainer, as a media figure. I'm sorry, those are different things. His views are socialist, but would you tell Danny DeVito that he's a scumbag because he made his money from movies? He's going out there and doing what's right, which is a class traitor, which is against his class interest. So here's the thing. Hasan is very popular as a streamer. He has millions of people watching him every month. Hi. And that money is being made. Okay? That money's being made. So the question is, who should get it? Jeff Bezos or Hasan? That's the question. Should the exploiter get it or the exploited? So if you agree that that money that goes in Hasan's pocket is rightfully his, which it is by any socialist critique that's based on material reality, what he does with that money is up to him because that's the value that he produced. He has control over the value he produced. That's the right thing. Now, the question is he taking his money and buying an apartment building? Is he taking his money and buying a business where he exploits other people's labor? He bought a house for himself and his family. Wow, what a hypocrite. What a hypocrite. Isn't this the same shit argument that came out a month ago about Nico? I remember you making the exact same points. Yes, it is. What if he charges his mom rent? Checkmate. Well, then he would be a piece of shit. You're only considering this issue from the perspective of labor, which, while it certainly needs to be addressed, you also need to consider this from the perspective of consumption. To do anything less is to miss how damaging consumption of such a purchase is. Well, that's a great point, except he's not consuming excessively. The price of his home is not based on the consumption. It's based on land value. It's based on the location. It's based on the fact that there isn't a socialist movement, a leftist movement to build affordable housing in Los Angeles. So the housing prices are going insane because it's a desirable place to live. It's not him building a 20-room fucking mansion with 80 bathrooms in it. 20 rooms with 80 bathrooms. Okay, good. You get what I'm pointing. His consumption is not excessive. It's a 5-bedroom place, man. And at least 3 people are going to live there full time. What's the deal with people wanting Hasan to be literally everything to the leftist movement? He's a popular streamer that's brought a ton of attention to the left, but they also expect him to be organizing 24/7 donating all his money to left-wing orgs, campaigns, the homeless, run for president. Like, respect Hasan for what he's doing, not expect him to be the end-all be-all of the life. It's called parasocialism. It sounds like the discussion should be around the existence of mansions, why we don't have more sustainable housing for everyone, not just for people who earn a lot like Hasan. Now you got it. This is a deeper issue here. Late-stage capitalism has largely blurred the line between highly paid professionals versus capital owners versus regular workers. People with 401ks or houses also own capital, but may still be exploitive. The better way to analyze is what political power do they have and how they use it. Exactly, dumbass bees. Really good point. I think the flip side, the American lifestyle is extremely unsustainable and toxic for the planet. I don't know about that, man. I'm gonna have to push back. Most people don't consume very much. It's the top 1% overwhelmingly consume. And let me tell you something. Hasan sits in his house all day. He's not flying to his spot in Aspen and then flying to his vacation home in the Isle of Capri and then flying. Like, that's not happening, okay? People fundamentally ignoring the fact that there's no ethical consumption under capitalism. So no matter what choices you can make in a housing market, you encounter exploitation, unethical, immoral practices. What if Hasan bought 2 buildings, one for his home and then converted to affordable housing? Wouldn't that be more deserving of praise? Okay, so what do you want him to do? You want him to build another house so he's a landlord for these people? Or he's supposed to just provide charity? Like, what are you talking about? Does that change the relations of capital? So she didn't reply to me, but once I replied to her, she locked it down and she hid my tweet. It's okay. Maybe she didn't actually hide my tweet. I don't know. I'd have to go, but I have my link. Or they, them, excuse me. You're right. They, them. They, he. It's they, he, actually. Alexis, so thank you for the correction. Sorry about that, Alexis. Now, here's the thing, Alexis. What is this? What is this, Alexis? What is this? Well. It seems like you want to be paid to create content. Well. Now, I think the problem that Alexis has is Hasan is very popular. And they are less popular. Also, I don't see... Wait, where's the number of patrons? Where's the transparency? How many patrons do you have? You could show how many patrons you have. Why are you hiding how many patrons you have? They responded. They. You literally have a Patreon link in your profile, LMAO. I mean, that's entirely different than buying a $3 million home in a rich neighborhood, but I guess you got me thinking for making $100 a month, LOL. Oh, so the way we generate income is identical. It's just the amount that bothers you. Got it. This is the real good look for PSL Web, by the way. Didn't realize Marxism wasn't about the relation to the means of production, but about arbitrary cultural signifiers assigned by reactionaries. I mean, and Hasan is 100% right. I didn't realize Hasan went on fire. I was stupid. I thought he was ignoring this, but he apparently after the stream he went on a charge. Afghanistan if Hasan didn't buy a house. Pretty much being a bread tube apparently just requires not knowing that there's a massive chasm between no house and a $3 million house. Pretty much what everyone's argument reduces it to. I live in LA. The housing market here is fucked. Why is the argument that I should keep renting or that I should go gentrify somewhere else? Will this solve the problems? No. People are mad because lefty with house. That's it. Nobody really wants to admit this, but a significant percentage of what are framed as political fights on here are just ordinary sublimated jealousy. That's, of course, true. Making a pledge to my followers and listeners, I will never stop renting. I love leases and I'm never going to stop. If I have kids, I will make it so they have to pay rent on the place I rented when I died. I will rent places and cities I will never even visit. Shouldn't the conversation among leftists be about what leftists who make a lot of money be doing with their money? Guys, are you shitting me? Are you shitting me right now? All right, chat. So this person, Mouthy Infidel, I blocked because they're a Pepila D orbiter. I blocked them like last year They blocked me back as if I cared about what they said, but I have to go and turn on incognito mode. If you're rich, it is in fact immoral to not donate a significant amount of your money to charity. What percentage? Around 10%, I'd say. Well, thank you. We figured out how to be rich. You donate 10% of your money to... Oh, well. There's leave any bigotry in your quarters. There's no room for it on the bridge. You just gotta... You get to keep 90% of the money that you stole, you exploited from people. As long as you donate 10%, you're good. Absolute brain dead moron. Absolute brain dead moron. I do donate. Some public, most not. However, this is a fucking brain dead take that keeps dumbasses thinking that Bill Gates is a good guy, by the way. I admit I probably came across too aggro at this random person, but the necessity of charity is an indication of systemic failure. It's useful to help out mutual aid orgs in the short term, but that's not how you solve structural problems. The rich also use it as a tax shelter. In the future, I will be replacing my 2011 Toyota Camry Sport Edition with leather heated seats, and I cannot wait to hear what kind of wonderful, intelligent discourse that will spring on here. Listen, if you're mad at me, tax the fuck out of people like me. I would get so mad. I call my clit Hasan Piker because it twitches enough to make half of Twitter angry. Fucking hell, man. Oh, man. Maybe they'll be happy if Hasan spent 4 hours individually thanking each of his viewers for their support. He would not be done. The worst part about this is that he's already getting more death threats and a ton of people know where he's moving before he's even moved yet. Yeah. There's more under tweets and replies? Okay, let's go. Yes, I think it absolutely insane to determine where you, a random person online, thinks I should live. Couching that in some vague critique about ideals will work with a lot of new lefties, but it's exactly the same as bad faith reactionary attacks on leftists who achieve any success. I never intended this to get out. It's a massive security risk for me, and I'm already getting death threats. So no, I wasn't flexing. Zero valid critiques. Yeah. Congrats on home ownership. Moral outrage is usually expressed to alleviate guilt and assuage our moral identity. But surely you've considered that as a public figure promoting socialism, you could do 2 million plus, change lives, creative problem solving, anticipate this would happen. You have econ in your bio and you think I bought a 2.7 million house straight cash, LMAO. Well-known fact. This is a Washington Examiner guy, by the way. So this is a right-winger. Well-known fact that Marx and Lenin were both big advocates of private property at $3 million LA mansions with pools. Wait till you see the mansion, chat. Are you ready for the mansion? Are you ready for the mansion? There's the pool. There's the back. Are you ready for the front view? Look at the mansion, chat. Look at the mansion. Look at the mansion. Look at the mansion. It's pretty nice inside. Hey, look at that. Look at the mansion. I have been to approximately 500 different random suburban homes that are just this size. Wow, look at that unbelievably sized living room. What a mansion. What a mansion. Oh, it has a dining room. Look at the kitchen, chat. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. There's an island. There's an island. What a mansion. What a mansion. Yeah. What a man. Oh, there's a bedroom. There's a bathroom. It has a tub in it. There you go. What a mansion. This is all location. You could literally get this for $500K in the Midwest. Of course you could. Spending $2.7 million on a house in LA is equivalent to a $300 to $400K in the Midwest. Exactly. Exactly. I'm just showing you this because it's been reported. I feel bad for Hasan. I really do feel bad for him because I know how dangerous being an online personality is. I can't imagine what it's like to be for Hasan. It's already dangerous for me, let alone for like someone like Hasan. So I can't even imagine. This is why I have a different view than Hasan. I'd never put family on my stream. Yeah, so I can't imagine like someone having pictures of my house. I would be very, 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 very fucking scared. So I feel bad for that. What scares me, and it's different from the Amaranth situation, is that the police have more reason to not like Hasan for what he says online. Yeah, we literally talked about an arson moments ago. Yeah, right before I talked about this, I talked about what happened to Amaranth. Right? So, and I already get it. I already get this garbage. Right, Romeo isn't family? Okay, Romeo is family. That's true. This, by the way, this all started because Pepe La D shared the article no one knew before this. I mean, well, Z Squirrel just dropped this. Okay. Just FYI, if Hasan had doxed Destiny's address, he and his community of freaks would have been rage whining about it till the end of time. Oh my god, Hasan is trying to get Destiny killed. Oh my god, how could he? But since their surrogate E-Daddy did it, they're totally cool with it. This is 100% true. This article doesn't show the exact address, but it tells you the location, which is West Hollywood. For me, it's already too much information, but it's out there now. What can you do? I'm not going to read the article because or share it, but I just wanted to show you the pictures of the house, like just to push back at the idea that it is some sort of like mega mansion. That's not. It's a decent sized house that would be $500,000 if you bought it in Pennsylvania. I mean, if you bought it right around Philly, it'd be $1 million. Difference between Hasan and Patrice Coulars is that people were donating to the BLM National expecting funds to reach black folks who needed it, i.e. for housing, bail funds, burying relatives, etc. People who subscribe to Hasan's stream to watch him call politicians the C word. And this is actually a very important point, is that Hasan is not being paid by an organization he is an entertainer selling an entertainment show. That's what streaming is. Now, I take this very seriously, and I want to teach you political education. And then that's why, chat, if you watch me, I tell you to join DSA. I tell you to join your local orgs. That's why I work with organizations like Jacobin Magazine, ! Jacobin. Okay? Because I want you to take the knowledge and entertainment and education you get from me and then apply it in real life. I can't be the political entertainer, political educator, and also the guy who does all the organizing. I want to give you guys the tools. I have experience with it. I have knowledge about it to help you separate what's a real organization from a scam organization. That's the thing that I can help you do. I can help guide you to making your political action the most effective. That's what I can do. But this is ultimately my show. And when you subscribe to me, Amazon takes a big chunk and the rest goes to me. I can't believe the Demsock Twitch streamer I watch isn't a vegan monk who lives in a tree and eats out the garbage. There you go. I fucking hate Pepe La D like a lot. Well, then you should hate everybody who associates with them and spreads the hate that he gives towards me and Hasan. You should ask yourself, what streamers are spreading hate towards Mike and Hasan a lot? And you should stop watching those people. And there's a lot of people who hate Hasan but fear him and fear his political reach and know that attacking him would be bad faith. And so they attack me for the same shit. Just remember that. Asmon Gold tweet. From someone who lives on $1,800 a month, Hasan buying an expensive house doesn't change anything about his messaging. It doesn't matter if an individual rises above a system if the system doesn't change. The system changing is the only thing that matters. And that's the thing about Hasan, is he's trying to make the system better. I get the feeling sometimes that Hasan isn't aware. I don't know, man. I'm not here to tell you what Hasan is aware of about other content creators. That's not my job. My job is to tell you what's being talked about and why it's horseshit. All right, let's keep going into what I was saying. Okay, fuck this person. The Hasan controversy reminds me just how much the socialist/leftist movement is just lifestyleism and aesthetics. Living in poverty or refusing to consume do absolutely nothing to end the exploitative relations that we live in under capitalism. Wake the fuck up. Thank you, Charlie Backboy. This is the thing. So, chat, are you aware of the concept of lifestyleism? Have you ever heard that before? Have you ever heard of the concept of lifestyleism? Anarchists and leftists who prioritize cultural and identity protest over class struggle politics. Associated with Murray Bookchin's 1995 essay and pejorative reference to anarcho-primitivists, pro-structural anarchists, and individualists/egoists. In other words, it's people that want to make being a leftist about a lifestyle, about a certain, oh, I wear ratty clothes. I live in I am a squat. I live in a squat, right? I dumpster dive. None of that, with the possible exception of the squat, is doing anything to fight back against the social relations. The average worker gets up every day. They have to pay rent. They have to pay their student loans. They have to pay interest on their credit card. Before they ever get up in the day, they're in the red. It's liberalism, ultimately. It's voting for Obama, yeah. And look at this bull. Okay, hold on. I think if you think it's okay to buy a $3 million houses, you do not believe in equitable distribution of wealth, let alone socialism. Absolutely horseshit. And I want to tell you why that living in a squat and all that other stuff, living in squalor shit, is not leftism. I'll explain it to you very clearly. Because it has nothing to do with the means of production. It has nothing to do with social relations. It has everything to do with aesthetics and with virtue signaling. That's what it's all about. I am lefter than thou. And it's wanting to live in a subculture. It's wanting to reject the mainstream and tell yourself you're special. I want my politics to be the normie politics. That's my goal. I want to live in a society where I'm considered to be a right-winger. I want to live in a society where I am, there's an old saying, I can't remember who said it. Someone will have to remind me. I want to live in this, my perfect society is one where I'm executed for being a reactionary. And the point of that is that if you want to live out here as lefter than thou, and you want to live, that is just you assuaging your own ego. All right? That's Proud Hun. Yeah, exactly. Why would you not just go further left then, Mike? I know it's the point is it's a rhetorical phrase, chat. It's okay. It's rhetoric. It's funny. It's supposed to make you chuckle. And leftism is not about poverty. Leftism isn't about gray brutalist one-bedroom apartments. Leftism isn't about you get the exact Wonder Bread government cheese and a can of tuna. Okay? Leftism is about luxury for all. Leftism is about every person pursuing their full potentialities. Every person having the time and resources to pursue the things that make them happy. That's actual leftism. I'm not sure how you can bravely stream. What do you mean? I'm already a known entity on the left for a long time. Matty D Baby, thanks for the tier 1. But in all seriousness, we do a lot of mutual aid here. This community raised over $10,000 for one of my mods who is being evicted from their home. Can you imagine, chat? Almost $10,000 was raised for one of my mods who is being evicted from their home. They now have the ability to start their life from a new, secure foundation. We do our best. So don't let your politics be lifestyleism. Hasan is a really, really fucking good guy. And it's part of the reason why I'm defending him now is because he's made so many leftists on this platform. He supported so many other leftists and asked for nothing in return. Just positive vibes, man. He's helped people that are to the left of him. He's helped candidates. He's helped promote leftism to to thousands of new people. So these bad faith attacks are dumb as fuck. Don't let them go. And let's talk about this. Why do so many people on here think socialism is when nobody can have nice things? LMAO, you're literally just using Republican talking points. It's a 5-bedroom house from a man who works from home and provides housing for his mother and brother. It's all land value, not excessive consumption. It's in a nice place, but hardly some mega mansion with tens of thousands of square feet. That's what it is. Like, give me a fucking break. So, chat, there's one thing I want to talk to you about, which nobody's made this argument, but it needs to be made. You can't be a streamer forever. You can't be a professional athlete forever. You can't be an actor forever. A lot of the money you make from doing streaming or performing is front loaded while you're popular. And then sometimes your popularity fades. Or you get banned from Twitch. Or a million other things happen. Twitch goes bankrupt. Your stream is doing well, but Twitch as a whole isn't. All that could happen. And so when you're a professional athlete or musician or actor or streamer or entertainer or whatever, when you're making a lot of money, you should be saving it. You should be saving it for a time when maybe that job won't be available to you and you have to support yourself. And when you're a professional athlete, for example, you have a lot of risk. There's wear and tear. You could get a career-ending injury at any point. Oh my God. Have you all seen Hasan's new house? Look at this mega mansion. What a fake leftist. Look at this, chat. Look at this fake fucking fake leftist. Oh, you fucking pieces of oh, fuck. Wait. Oh, I've been informed that this is Frederick Engels' house, one of the key foundational thinkers of communism and key funders of Karl Marx. Oh, fuck. Never mind. Withdrawn. Withdrawn. It turns out that it's now a museum for communism, but 4 stories, chat. What a fake leftist. Okay, anyway. Socialist commentator Hasan Piker faces backlash for buying $2.7 million home in Hollywood. There you go, chat. That was the goal. That was the goal, chat. That was the goal. That's the goal of Pepila D, who started this. There you go, chat. There it is. There it is. They leaked A21! They leaked A21!
Facing backlash after mocking Congressman Dan Crenshaw.
This guy has the understanding of foreign policy of like a 12-year-old. What the is wrong with this dude? Didn't he go to war and like literally lose his eye because some mujahideen, a brave soldier, his eye hole?
Hasan Piker, nephew of the Young Turks liberal host, continued his rant online, going as far as to say the U.S. deserved September 11th. Our next guest is an 11-year Army veteran. My guess is he has something to say about that. Graham Allen, host of Dear America podcast.
Oh, God, chat. God damn it. He got a house. Left-wing influencer Hasan Piker is facing a wave of backlash after news surfaced that he bought a nearly $3 million home in West Hollywood. The online Dirt reported last week that Piker purchased a $2.74 million, 3,800 square foot Mediterranean-style home. Located in the Beverly Grove neighborhood, the home has 5 bedrooms and 5.5 baths. Piker hosts video streams on Twitch and has worked for the Young Turks, which was co-founded by his uncle, Cenk Uygur. Some on Twitter suggested that Piker's new investment was hypocritical given, hey, this is the goal. This is the goal. You did it. You got Fox News to attack Hasan again. Great job, fucking assholes. Chat. Every streamer that you see pushing this narrative is a fucking scab piece of garbage. All this lady fans are going to hate that he has a big, beautiful house. Oh, yeah. Hasan literally earned this money from an audience that knows how much he earns. Fuck these demons. I mean, everybody knows how much I make. Every dollar that when I get a sub, you know. You know how much I make. It's not a secret. You know, you roughly know how much Hasan makes. It's not a secret. There's a thread on LSFF Reddit about this, and there are many fake leftists. That's bullshit. That's bullshit. They're not leftists. That's bullshit. They are, without a doubt, from the Pepe Law communities. They are from the Pepe Law communities. They're from the Pepe Law communities. And they're doing this shit for bad faith just to attack Hasan so that they can try to tear him down. That's all it's about. That's all it's about. The only acceptable home for Hasan to purchase. Hasan apartment. It is flat out unethical to be profiting off of socialism and buying yourself a $3 million in a state that has one of the highest homelessness rates in the country. This is Alexis Isabel, who describes herself as a socialist. If you're mad, I find this to be gross and unprincipled behavior. I don't really care. LOL. Hiker responded, you literally have a Patreon link on your profile. LMFAO. This is the news? This is the news now. See, by the way, the reason why Fox News is pushing this, in case you're wondering, Fox News is specifically created to be bad faith. If they're pushing this, it's bad faith. Again, they want you to think that if you're a socialist, it means you can't be successful, you can't own your own home, you can't make money. Only socialists are the people that want to whip themselves. Now, if you're one of those people who like to whip yourselves and clothe yourself in sackcloth and ashes, fine. But the right wing knows that the average human being wants to live in prosperity. And if they can falsely associate socialism with poverty, then the average person will not become a socialist. See, socialists want prosperity for all, luxury for all. They don't want it to go to the top. If you're dumb and think that socialism means no luxury, you're doing the right job for them. Dummy dumb. And many of the streamers that you say the person you see attacking Hasan and help start this viral thread, Pepe La D, is someone who's made millions of dollars streaming. Hasan doesn't have the money to house all the LA homeless. If he tried to use the money to house the ones he could, he would be criticized for who he chooses because someone else is more deserving. There is no winning for him in the situation. Well, no shit. Also, if people think Hasan is rich, they should look at fucking... Okay, first of all, Hasan is rich, guys. Hasan is rich. I am upper middle class now. Now, I've been upper middle class for approximately 1 year, so I'm not exactly rolling in the dough here. But I want to see my taxes go up. I really want to see Hasan's taxes go up. That's the consistency part. And I want that to be used to provide social housing for all. Okay, thank you for the update, but I don't care. But that Jacobin money is going to change all that. Yeah, there you go, chat. That's what rich people say? Okay. Hasan does not have enough money to fix systemic problems. He isn't Jeff fucking Bezos. No way the taxes are spent needs to change. Yes, taxes can go up as well. It's both. We need taxes to go up because billionaires are using that money that they don't pay in taxes to change our political system. So you have to take money from the rich because that's taking their power away. A concept that was brought up yesterday was labor billionaires like union sports ball players. Are they class traders because they support policy that defend their economic industry? If they defend their economic interests to exploit others, then they're class traders. People who pretend to be leftists but are really just projecting the status quo by criticizing every success actual leftists make to poison the well. That's right. Even if Hasan shows what mutual aid organizations he supports, he'll be criticized for how much he donates or what orgs. He literally cannot win any way he spins it. You got it. You got it. 820 2.0 is amazing. He defended himself on Twitter and found plenty of defense from other users. On Friday, he said, I live in LA. The housing market here is effed. Why is the argument that I should keep renting or that I should gentrify somewhere else? Will that solve the problems? No. People are mad because lefty with house. That's it. The 30-year-old commentator previously came under fire for the way he attacked Rep. Dan Crenshaw of Texas. I can't believe it. They're literally putting both things in the... I can't believe it. It was 2 years ago, chat. 2 years ago. I know it feels like that 2020 was not a thing, but it was 2 years ago. It seems that a socialist is somebody that has already made their fortune, and an environmentalist is somebody that already has their cabin in the mountains. That's all what people who advocate for socialism do. All for me and none for thee. That's literally capitalism. Every right-winger thinks socialism is what capitalism does. That's how demonstrating how socialism works. Those empower profit and buy 2.7 million homes in Hollywood. Everyone else suffers. Who does he think? Who do these people think owns the houses in Hollywood right now? Socialists? I've literally seen people ask why Hasan doesn't move to another part of the country because he doesn't have to live in LA as a streamer. Living in LA as a streamer is beneficial because you're in the entertainment industry. Socialism is when capitalism exists.
We do politics here every morning starting at 10 a.m. 10 a.m. Eastern, 7 a.m. Pacific. You can watch us here on Twitch. We're the morning guy, the morning politics guy, Politics Frogs, in every single day, same time, 10 a.m., day in, day out. And we carry you through your morning and early afternoon politics needs. And if you need more, Mike from PA, we have a YouTube channel. We talked about suburbs, the My Pillow guy, Ted Cruz. We talked about DSA. Amazing. Making fun of Tim Pool. Amazing. Look at all of these amazing videos. Get in there, watch them. We have me on Twitter. You got to follow me on Twitter, chat. I'm at 20,614 subs. That means I got like 40 followers on Twitter in the last day. You can do better than that. You can do better than that. Go follow us on Twitter. And of course, join the Discord, where we have an incredible community of left-wing streamers. We have left-wing community. We talk about the stream. We talk about politics. There's gaming content. It's a really awesome, supportive place. Direct action, mutual aid, and you can just let off some steam. And also, you can help produce the show. One of the things I do is I look at the links that are put into the news content suggestions chat room on the Discord. Join the Discord, come hang out, and maybe what you want me to talk about will be part of the next show.